Hi Facebook friends, this is Michelle Johnson, IFBB Pro and Team Knockouts competition coach. I'm also a Beauty Fit athlete. I just wanted to give you some feedback on common questions that arise in terms of coaching and competitions. I got some feedback recently from girls after a post that I created, and the post said, and it's on the Team Knockouts page, many competitors are eager to step on stage. One big mistake they make is expecting miracles in 12 weeks or less, or going into a show without an experienced coach with credentials and former successes. This point alone I want to address. If you are new to competing, the biggest investment you will make is in a competition coach. If you look at the IFBB pros, the majority of them have coaches, even though they probably know what they're doing and have had a well of experience to justify coaching themselves. There are many people out there who are not certified, not nutritionists, who maybe just did shows or maybe not at all and just want to wing a competition and take a bikini girl and use them as a guinea pig or a figure competitor. I would not recommend that you work with these people only because they could put your health at risk. So getting a seasoned coach not only gives you more security with how well you can do in your show, and even with one of those coaches you can still sometimes do well, which may give you the perception that that's okay. But the bottom line is long-term longevity. For you to get to the next level, your coach may not have the experience to take your body to that next level. They can only get you through an amateur show. It gets more complicated as you go. Also, 12 weeks or less is never enough. You know, I have to say there are some girls that naturally have the look, and maybe on the amateur level you can wing that, which I even have with many of my girls. However, if you want to build and develop your body properly for nationals, it is highly suggested that you take at least 24 weeks. I can tell you as a pro, I never take less than 6 months to prep for a show. My body needs it, and I am in good shape, but I still need to build and develop my muscles, fine-tune the details, and I want to go in better and stronger each show, and that is the objective, right? Some other feedback, thinking it will happen without compliance to the diet was mentioned, or being in conflict with the coach's direction was mentioned by Tiffany. Susie Borchell Kane said that, it's about compliance, and that's absolutely true. Many competitors think that they know what's best, or they wing the diet and they get creative before they've really developed the training wheels. So I wouldn't suggest winging off and doing things your own way, and to learn to trust the coach's process. That's a very hard thing to do, I can say, even for myself as a competitor and also as a coach. You know, it's easy for me when I even receive programs to go, wow, how's this going to work? I get anxious about too many carbs, too many healthy fats. I think, in the olden days when I used to do figure and fitness, things were very different. And for bikini, the process is different for the body. But if the coach does have a history, a resume, you've seen the before and afters, you're just going to have to trust that they know what's right and that everything on your plan has a rhyme and reason. If they don't give you a substitution list, don't substitute. Asparagus is there for a reason. So when you use asparagus, it will take water out of the body, and spinach can help balance potassium levels. So there might be a reason for those things on your diet. It's not that we want to make your programs miserable and have you eating the same things over and over. It's just there are certain foods that work at different times during your show prep. And in the beginning, there's a lot more leeway. But as you come in closer to your show, you're going to see that things get more restrictive. And the diet, of course, is meant to tighten you up and take your water levels down. And you're just going to rotate various foods. That doesn't mean that you know how to prepare yourself for the next show just because you see the same foods. And if you do the same thing the next show, it's going to work. Your body at different points needs different things. And that's what a seasoned coach can tell. A lot of girls try to use diets out of the magazine, and it just won't work. Universal programs, one size fits all, will take you so far. But again, to get your body to that next level, you're going to really have to learn to make adjustments that your coach gives you in order to get your body to that next stage. you cannot expect miracles in 12 weeks. And even, I believe, one of the points that Laura makes is that, there's a big time commitment. It's much more than just making it to the gym every day. If you can't commit to the time, it's going to put stress on you. You're in school or you have a very demanding job or children. Maybe competing is not in your best interest, and you want to be a healthy competitor. You don't want to go into these shows full of excuses and reasons to fail. Why do you want to put yourself through that anyway? Just to step on stage? Or do you have a future in this? Does this fit your career as it is? Are you in the fitness industry and competing is something that can be a benefit to you? You need to determine those things. But if you have no money and you don't have time, why are you even thinking of competing? You want to do this in a way that is practical and makes sense, or maybe something else is driving you that isn't so healthy in your head that you may want to look a little further at. What is your motivation to compete? And again, if you don't have the resources, then a show is not right for you. It is a big investment. It costs money, and you will spend money, and you're going to spend the most of it on a coach. To go without a coach is a huge risk, and why do you want to go through all that hard work and effort to not even be competitive? The next thing is the suit color and choice, which Leah and Jessica both mentioned, even bad hair and makeup, tanning. Again, a good coach can give you direction on what suit is going to be most ideal for you, maybe even as far as color choices. Generally, you want to go with colors that you get the most compliments on. If royal blue is your color, and that seems to be a universal color that looks good on everyone, like red, those are colors that are pretty sure things. I also think that the bad hair and makeup is something we see a lot of. Girls try to save money on getting professional makeup and hair done. And again, you're not going to stand out if it's a competitive show. You have to get all your ducks in a row. You don't want to miss a beat on stage makeup, which is different than everyday makeup, and doing your hair properly. Once you get those pictures after your show, if you did not do things right, you're going to be very upset with yourself and wish that things had gone differently. So don't fool yourself. Do your show right from the get-go. Don't wait for bad photos and a bad show to find out that a lot went wrong. And do get judges' feedback. That's so important that you understand if you're going to do this again, what to expect. I can tell you as a coach, a big problem is when girls come to me and they say, I've signed up for this show and now I want you to coach me, and they're really not ready or going to be ready in 12 weeks or 8 weeks. I'll do my best to help them, but I can't even discourage them from the show because they've already committed. Why commit to shows until you're ready? How about getting ready first and then saying, this is the show I want to do, and then do all you can to prepare for that show, and if you're not ready, be willing to bow out. I can tell you that is the most strategic way to compete. Rather than be eager to step on stage, do things the right way. I hope some of these tips and suggestions helped, and I look forward to sharing with you again down the road. Bye.